Hello everyone, I'm the Saxy Gamer. Today we're here for some more Anno 1800. We're back here for part 2 of the Let's Play Beginners walkthrough, where we're just going to go ahead and slowly make our way through the game and kind of explain some of the principles that are behind Anno and how you can get into Anno if it's something you're interested in. So in the comment section of the last video, I had someone that was asking me to explain some of the hotkeys in the controls for the game. If I'm being totally honest, I really don't use very many of the hotkeys. I kind of just click around because, for the most part in Anno, there's not huge time pressure to get things done fast, so it's not something like Dota where you need to make sure you hit those hotkeys, like, you know, instantly and get your abilities off instantly. For Anno, normally I just kind of click around, and I find the mouse to be a pretty helpful tool just whenever you're navigating through the UI, but some of the ones that are important that I do use are the comma and period key to rotate buildings. That is one that I use. Obviously, escape is going to be, you know, helpful for canceling things. But aside from that, I don't really use that many hotkeys. I know that U is the upgrade hotkey, a D is the demolish hotkey. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. I don't know what the ones are for relocate and copy. But if you're interested in, you can obviously just come over here to the menu and look at your controls, and it has them all listed here. If there's something that you're, you know, maybe you're looking to get a specific hotkey for something, you can find them up here. These actually are kind of important if you're going to be doing ship combat, because you might have to micro some of your ships around. I haven't had that much time to experience that much ship combat, so that's why I'm kind of not familiar with those yet. But if you're interested in the controls, you can just hop over to the options and take a look at what they are, or rebind them to anything that you'd rather have. I also do use the arrow keys for the map movement. Does WASD work? No, you can't use WASD, but I'm sure that you could rebind that as well. But in the end of the last episode, we had just upgraded to our first group of workers here, so we do now have some of them. And we did have to make their needs, so right now, unfortunately, they're out of sausages. I thought that we have sausage production, right? Yeah, we have a slaughterhouse, okay. It's probably just going to take a little bit for them to actually produce the sausages. There are some moose that are running rampant through the sausage fields, so, you know, that's a problem. Also, I just realized, yeah, we have multicolored pigs as well. Sure, I guess that's an interesting one. This guy's just, the poor guy's over there, he just whacked them with a shovel. What a rude dude. Now the moose is gonna go cliff diving or something, who knows. But yeah, if I remember correctly, we just finished our sausage production chain, and now we need to get to bread as well, which if we take a look at the bread production chain, over in consumables, you'll see we need grain farms, flour mills, and bakeries. So, grain farms take 1 minute to produce goods. The flour mills take 30 seconds, which means that for every 2 grain farms, we only need 1 flour mill, and a bakery also takes 1 minute, so for every 1 grain farm, we need 1 bakery as well. So this is where production chains start to get a little bit more complex, because the timings are not quite so, you know, 1 for 1 like they were with a lot of the other things. But all in all, things should be still pretty okay and straightforward. What kind of mine do we have over here? There's a coal deposit right there, okay. I'm trying to think of where I want to put these fields. I don't want to put them down here, but I might still just put them down here. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and place down some wheat fields here. Actually, first I'm just going to get a little road out here. A nice horizontal road. And we'll just square that off. Alright. So wheat fields do take up quite a bit of space, because you do need to put down a lot of fields. There is a way to make this perfectly square, and I'm going to try to find it. Is that it? No, that's 138. See, it's one of those OCD things that I don't actually have OCD, nor do I claim to have OCD, like, seriously, but it's one of those things that it just has to be right. I think if we go... Oh, man, now I'm messing it all up. Let me see. So that gets us... Yep, there we go. 144 out of 144. So for every 1 grain farm, we need 0.5 flour mills, technically, because the flour mill works twice as fast as the grain farm does. So we probably are just going to go ahead and put down 2 grain farms right now. And we'll put down 1 flour mill. And I probably am only going to put down 1 bread factory as well. It's not called a bread factory, it's called a bakery, but, you know, you get the point, I'm sure. Does this fit over here? It might be too close to the beach. We can put it right there. That works. So there's our flour mill, and we'll put down... So it takes 50 workers for 1 bakery, so we actually don't have enough workforce to do that. So we're only going to do 1 bakery right now. So what's going to happen is just all the extra stuff that we produce from the grain farm and the flour mill is just going to stockpile up. So we'll put those... Yeah, we can put those along the beach as well. Why not, right? And we are going to need another warehouse down here, because I don't think these guys are within... Actually, they might be within range of Yeah, actually, they're within range of our harbor itself, so that counts as a warehouse. So they can all go to that. So now we have a bread production chain going, and these guys should be pretty good to just start producing bread. And let's see, do we have sausages yet? All right, there we go. We've satisfied our sausage needs. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about was, where's our other ship? Here it is, over here. So our ship found another island, and we could settle on this island and make another expansion. You can see that we have potato fertility, grains, red peppers, and grapes, which we don't really need all that much. So what we really need, as I mentioned, is we're going to need hops, because we're going to need to make beer for our workers. We eventually will need red peppers as well, so we should just take a mental note of that, but we're going to keep exploring with our ship here to see if we can find more islands. Someone else had also pointed out that I do have supplies on this ship. The reason that I didn't unload them onto my main island is just because I'm going to take them over to a new island and use them there for, you know, a settlement that might not be as well off to start. Let's see, do we have any other needs that we need for these guys? They do need a church. That's right, I forgot about the church. We definitely don't have enough bricks for a church, but if we come in here, we can see we just need 25 bricks for a church, and that keeps the workers happy. Where can we put it that it's nice and symmetric? Doesn't look like anywhere, unless it fits right in here. It does fit right in here. So we'll probably put it like in here somewhere. Yeah, what the heck, we'll slot it in right there. Actually, I might want to turn it around. Yeah, let's turn this guy around. Bloop, bloop. There we go. I just wanted to face that way and not just cause, really. Alright, we found another island. Alright, here we go. So we have both hops, red peppers, and fur, all of which we're going to need eventually. So I think we are going to settle on this island. Where's our boat? One thing that does confuse me about this game is the map sometimes, because you're not always like facing north, so the map doesn't rotate with your rotation, unless there might be a way to do that, but I haven't found it. So we're going to go settle this island. We need to find a coastline that we can settle on, so we'll come right over here, I think. Whoop, I actually forgot to select my ship. Bring him over here and we'll start another settlement. I also hear some spooky music. This is a pretty cool looking island as well. I think this one looks really nice with the nice waterfall back there and the little river that runs through the middle. I think that looks really cool. Oh, I don't know why we have the battle music going on right now, because we're not fighting anything. At least not that I'm aware of. I'm going to go into super speed right now while this guy sails around. Okay, so you can see as he gets close to the shore, these little, like, blueprints pop up for new harbors. So if you just click on that, it'll give you the option to build a new trading post, which we are going to do. We'll put it right here because this is fairly centered. So just like that, we have another island. I have no idea how to pronounce that with the little dotted A things, but so really, whenever you get to a second island, things go pretty similarly to the first one, in that you just need to put down a marketplace, build houses, and your citizens are going to have needs as well, just like they did on our first island. So that is something that is a little bit tricky, is that you have to, if you expand on this second island, then we have to expand our good production as well to compensate for that. And you can see this island doesn't have grains, so if we get to workers and we need bread, then we're going to have to transfer bread from this island over to this island. So it can get very easily complicated very fast. And like how this island doesn't have hops, so since this island doesn't have hops, we're going to need those when we produce beer, so we're going to have to transfer the hops from this island over to this one, where they can combine with the grain to make beer. So all a very complicated process. Let's actually expand our housing over here, because we do have... Our needs are being satisfied pretty well, and we have space that we can go ahead and get some more, at least some farmers' residences down. 5, 6, and I think we'll put 2 more rows over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bloop. There we go. And this we might need to make new good production to keep these guys happy. We'll see though. Maybe not. They might be okay on their own. Yeah, we'll see. How many? We only have 1 sheep farm, so we probably will need at least more clothes and stuff. And let's start working over here on this island to get this island at least up and running a little bit. So we'll put a road out of the harbor. Where do I want to put my houses? I'll probably put my houses right here in like the center, around this little river, because I think it looks aesthetically nice. So we'll put our marketplace over here. Put our road around it. And we'll start building our houses. So... I think we probably want to go long ways here. I might actually just make like a big, giant, long row of houses. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are also going to have to get timber production on this island as well. I didn't mean to construct that one road. Oops. All right, get that guy out of there. Okay. So now we also need to produce timber on this island, so we can put some lumberjack huts. We might just put them over. There's not that much space on this island. See, we probably don't need as much timber production on this island, just because we're not going to be expanding as heavily on this island, but still, we need to make sure we have enough. So I still am going to put down, I think I'll put down 2 still. Now that they're nicely over there, we'll connect them up with a road, connect all the way back here. We need a warehouse as well. And there's that. And then we'll just put down our 2 sawmills. So it looks like I can put them here without interfering with these guys. There we go. So this way they'll actually just go and they'll stop at the sawmills and then they'll go to the warehouse where they can drop off all the timber. We actually don't have enough workers. We loves you, we does. And all the moose and stuff are running away. They're terrified of the expansion that I've just done. Alright, and I think people will gradually move in there. And yeah, we shouldn't have a shortage of workers there. Let's see how we're doing on our goods over here. So everything is still satisfied, which means that we still can expand a little bit more. I think I'm going to upgrade into more workers. One thing that you can do is if you hold shift whenever you go to upgrade, it will upgrade all that is that are available for upgrade. So you can see here, if I hold shift, it highlights the rest, which means it will upgrade all of those buildings at once if I do that. And you see down there in the bottom right, it shows that that will cost 60 timber. I'm not going to do that, though, because that would be a pretty big increase in the amount of goods that we'd have to provide for our workers. And I want to make sure everything gets stabilized first. So I do want to get this church down before we actually expand our worker workforce anymore. For right now, I think I'll just keep putting farmers' houses down, though. That way we at least have, like, the houses established, and if we need more farmers, then we can put down, or, you know, if we need more goods for farmers, then we have plenty of farmers available to work those things. I think we are draining our storage of work clothes, though, I believe. So let's put down a little bit more production for work clothes. So this guy can go right there. Put down 3 fields. 1, 2, 3. And put down a sheep. Oh, we don't want another sheep farm. We want one of these guys, which I'll put in line with the other guy. How are we doing here? We're actually running low on some of these, so we should put down another field for potatoes over here. I think we need another distillery, because these are 1 for 1 as well. Yep. So put down another potato field. Make it nice and square. And we can just put down another distillery as well. That way we have all these guys are having all of their needs satisfied. Are they good on fish? They probably are going to be good on fish, I would imagine. Alright, how are things going over here? Alright, we have a surplus of workers now. We're producing timber. So let's go ahead and put down more houses. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want this to line up nicely, so I'm just going to leave that space open a little bit. You can also do that. So one of the things that you can do with these open spaces, here I'll go into only double speed right now, is if you go over here to culture, you can put down like scenery and like shrubbery and stuff like that. So we could put down, you know, we could put down a nice fountain right here maybe. Does it fit? It's not symmetrical. Yeah, we can maybe we'll give them like 2 wells or something like that. And then we can put down some trees, so we can put down a tree there, put down a shrub, and then just fill the rest in with other shrubbery. So that way, you know, you can just make it look a little bit nicer. I don't know if that does anything. It might increase your tourism, which is, or like the island's appeal. I believe that's what it, or the attractiveness is, that's what it's called. Still have my head in Civ, you know. Whoops, accidentally just clicked the world map. We'll get to that later. But yeah, also let's go over here on our island, and one of the other things we want to do, speaking of, you know, that world map, if we ever want to get out anywhere, then we are going to have to make more ships. So we do need to come over here to materials, and that means we're going to need sails. So the sail production chain, we need sheep farms again, and we also need sail makers. And once again, you can see this is 1 for 1, so we'll just put down 1 more sheep farm, and we'll put down a sail maker as well. We don't really need to produce ships just yet, just because I'm not moving that fast in this game, but we will in due time. So I want to at least have the stuff ready. We'll actually put this guy, we'll put this guy down here next to the coast. Which also we are going to need a shipyard as well, which as you can see is pretty expensive from the worker standpoint. It takes 100 workers to construct or to run the building, so alright, let's construct our church here. And let's see if we did another one. So I'm gonna actually go into blueprint mode here. One, whoops, and then still mess it up. 2, 3. I just want to get the road down so I know. And then okay, so yeah, we can actually fit a few houses around there. Which means we can put some nice like shrubbery and stuff in here. Maybe we can get the nice fountain over here. Does it fit? Nope, still doesn't fit. I'm gonna put it down anyways there. I'll put it right there. I actually don't want to be in blueprint mode anymore, and we'll just put down some shrubbery. Whoops. That's like a little postcard view that you can do where you can kind of look around and look at your city and stuff. There also is a way that you can, is it Control-Shift-R? Yeah, if you go Control-Shift-R, you can actually walk around as one of your people in your town, which I think is really cool. This would be even cooler, obviously, if I had my graphics settings up higher, because then it would like look nicer. But you can walk around your town, you know, walk through the streets. You can jump around. You can look at the random cat that's there. Hi, cat. I don't know. It's another one of those really nice like features. See, you can look at the pub. There's people playing outside the pub. We can go past the church that we just built. See, I think that's so cool. It's just a really nice touch that they put that in the game, really. All right, so how are we doing on needs? Very good, actually. So let's upgrade some of these guys into workers now. New buildings have been unlocked, which means we probably have new needs that we have to satisfy now. Yep, we now need soap as well. Let's see what kind of quest we got here. A worker has a gift for me. They've just given us a gift. Look, so if you get one of these, it took me forever to figure out how you actually collect the gift, but you'll see these little boxes that will appear somewhere near the people that have the quest. And you just click on them to pick up the gift. Equipped in trade union, affects all production buildings, and it reduces the workforce cost by 20%, but also does increase the upkeep cost. Oh, we have a new newspaper. Let's see what it says. Everything's good. General mood is increasing. Daring expedition, yeah. Shwoomzaloom incorporates new territory in a bold move. That's right. Shwoomzaloom is said to have the Midas touch. Man, what a legend. So there we go. Our happiness will go up, which means our income will go up even a little bit more. We'll actually finish these houses down here now. I'll just select them all. And actually, I believe that there's a way. Maybe you have to upgrade. There we go. Same way that I was just talking about. I just had a moment there and forgot about it. And yeah, okay. So we have to get our soap production now as well. Do we have any other needs? Okay, we don't need beer yet. We just need soap. So, obviously we're going to come over to your consumables. We have another production chain for soap. We need pigs, we need rendering, and we need a soap factory as well. So, you can see we have a pig farm produces pigs in 1 minute. The rendering works in 1 minute as well, and the soap factory produces soap in 30 seconds. So we can actually have 2 pig farms and 2 rendering works for every 1 soap factory. So let's go ahead and start getting those planned out. I think what I might actually do here is I might move the pig farms over to this side of the road. Which I think I am going to do that. Alright, so yeah, let's get rid of the pig farm that's there. Sorry, pig farm. Let's place down more pigoos. Oh no, we need a 5th one. I know there's a way to make this square, but I cannot, like, seem to remember it. Also go into normal speed so that way everything doesn't implode. Is it like this? No, it's definitely not like that. Oh man, it's bugging me that I can't figure this out. Maybe there wasn't. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, what the heck, we'll just do it like that. Because then we can come over here, place down another one. Like so. Okay, so that's the one for our sausages, and this will be the one. Oh, we can't quite fit one there. That's going to ruin everything now. That's unfortunate. Look. It doesn't fit there. Okay, well, I'll place it over there and things will still work out. Just not quite perfectly symmetric anymore. Alright, so there's our pig farm for soap. We need a rendering works as well, which I'll put the rendering works. I don't know where I want to put the rendering works. I'll probably put it. Oh, I can fit it right there. Perfect. We can use that space down there. One thing though, we actually can't place the rendering works down yet because we need iron, or steel, I believe is what it's called. So we just got bricks in the last episode, and now we actually have to upgrade yet again to iron, which obviously has its own production chain as well to produce steel beams. So we have to find a source of iron. So there's an iron deposit right there, so that'll be good. We have coal over there. What do we have over here? Limestone. More iron up there. Copper over there, okay. So yeah. So we'll place down our iron mine down here. Now these guys are really expensive in workforce. So an iron mine takes 50. The furnace takes 100 workers, and the steelworks takes another 200 workers. So that's what? A total of like 350 plus 10 more for the charcoal kiln. So 360 workers are what we're going to need to produce iron, which means we are going to have to upgrade a few more houses. Oh, we met somebody. We met Beryl O'Mara, who she is the more difficult of the AIs that we have in the game right here, so gotta watch out for her. Okay, let's get these guys upgraded. And more people will move in as they get soap as well. But once again, we don't actually have the iron to do that, because we need 4, and unfortunately we took it all the way over here. Do we even have, yeah, we don't even have 4 over here. So that was a little bit stupid of me to do that, but it's okay. We'll just have to get these production chains out. So right now we definitely can put down our iron mine. We can put down the charcoal kiln as well, which the charcoal kiln is similar to the lumber mills, and that it just kind of takes up a big area and it'll plant trees and then produce charcoal. So we'll just plop them down like over here. Gotta make sure I don't impede too much on the other farm over there. I'm gonna get this guy as close to the edge as I can. So there we go. He's now gonna go ahead and produce charcoal. Alright, let's also look at the times for this production chain. So we get 15 seconds for iron, 30 seconds for charcoal, 30 seconds for steel, and 45 seconds for steel beams. So, oh man, now the math is not so easy. Alright, hang on. I gotta do the math in my head real fast. So, 15 seconds to produce iron. So we can effectively power 3 steelworks with 1 iron mine. 30 seconds for steel to be produced from the iron ore. So we can do 2 steelworks for every 3 furnaces. And we can also do 3 charcoal kilns for every 2 steelworks as well. So if we only have 1, we're just going to go 1, 1, and 1 for right now. But for the future, whenever we upgrade, we can know that we're not going to need another iron mine because this guy works really fast. If we upgrade in the future, we will need another furnace and charcoal kiln as well, but we'll need another steelworks. So if we upgrade in the future, we'll need 1 more steelworks and 2 more furnaces and 2 more charcoal kilns. And then I think everything will work. Maybe not, though. No, it never quite works out, does it? So this is where the production chains, as I mentioned, really start to get complicated. Also, just I realized if I did what I said, if we have 2 steelworks, then we also are going to need a few iron mines, I think. Maybe not. Man, math is hard. I didn't sign up for engineering to do math in video games, right? Alright, we need another warehouse down here, though, nonetheless. And we can place down... So our iron mine's going to work. We can place down our furnace as well. Maybe I'll actually do the math and I'll put it in a little annotation over the video here, so that way you can actually know what you're going to do. So we have the charcoal kiln, we have the iron mine, we have the furnace. This guy is, he's not quite close enough to the warehouse. I don't remember if brick roads have... I don't know if these guys have longer distance as well. We'll see. So brick roads, obviously they are going to be faster for transportation. Yep. Oh, and I keep pressing that instead of escape. But they also increase the distance that these guys can travel. Or, like, they increase the range of the buildings. So you can see here, we weren't able to reach this warehouse, but now that we improve the roads, we can. So, just prevented me from having to build another warehouse. I also think we're going to take our ship here, and we're going to explore around a little bit more, because we can meet the other players in the game and see some of that stuff as well. Oh, we're so close to having enough workers. We just need to upgrade one more house. Bloop. There we go. And now we'll have enough to put down our steelworks, which we'll plop down over here. Which, of course, now we don't have enough bricks to do because we spent time upgrading those roads. But that's okay. Which is the front of the steelworks? That one? They look the same. I think this one's the front. So we want the front to face the road. Going to fast forward just so I can get some more bricks. A new island has been discovered. Let's take a look at that real fast. So we have potatoes, grain, red peppers, and grapes. So not really much good here. We can use this as like another island if we need, you know, more sources of any of these other materials as well. But we have pretty much all of that on our other islands. Okay, our opponents have reached a trade agreement, or actually I think it's just ended. Alright, we have our 10 bricks, which means we can get up our steel works. And we've started our production chain for iron. Well, actually, steel beams, really, but I generally just call it iron. Whoops. So I think that's a good place for us to stop here today. I hope you learned something, you know, in today's beginner's walkthrough of Anno 1800. So we got up some more production chains. We got up our bread production chain. We got up the steel beams. We got up the soap. I think that's all that we did. We also just expanded our settlement a little bit. We had some more resource production for our farmer residences. And as you can see here, everyone's doing pretty happy, except now we are going to need beer as well. So in the next episode, we can go ahead, we can finish up the soap production chain, because we actually didn't totally finish it, we just got it started. So once we get some iron, or some steel beams, we can finish up the soap production chain, and then we're going to have to work on the beer production chain as well, and we also just met someone, but we'll talk about them in the next episode as well. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Anno 1800. If you liked the video, feel free to like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you're looking for more Anno 1800 content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.